everybody. Welcome to the weekly rundown. My name is Sonja Marie, and it is June 24th, 2019. My website is wordlifeastrology.com. That's wordlifeastrology.com. I write for Essence Magazine, so please go get your copy. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And actually, there's a new little column that they issued me, like a little one-shot, one-off, we like to call it, me and Charlie Penn over at Essence. She's a sweetheart Virgo. And it's just like a little fun and available rundown of what each sign should expect for the summer. So, check it out digitally. I can't get that out of my mouth. Check it out digitally and also in the magazine, the hard copies. All right, who's in here? Hi, D. What's going on? Alicia is here. Hi, Kimberly and Anthony Royal. I love to see y'all. Thank you for coming on in and thank you for sharing with your peoples. I really, really appreciate that. It warms my heart to see how many shares that are received, and it warms my heart to see the views. I mean, more than anything, not trying to be like that millennial and be like, oh my God, how many likes do I have? Not even that. It's about sharing the information because I know good information comes through and I want everybody to be up on it. You dig? I have one question for you. One single question. How was your weekend? How was your weekend in observation? And the reason why I asked that, because it was real watery this weekend, okay? I'm going right into this thing. Hi, how are you? Janine Allen Hooks. Hooks Allen? Allen Hooks. Hooker Allen. How about that? Salima, what's going on? I was like, so let me get back to this, right? Because there's so much to talk about that I want to kick this off with that question. How were you? How was your intuition? How were you feeling being as intuitive as you were? I really want you to answer that question for yourself, because for some people, they get a little thrown off about being intuitive. They get a little thrown off about being able to see, being able to feel, being able to be prophetic and see things before it actually happens, say things before it actually is being said. It kind of throws them off. And then some people, welcome to my life, run away from you when you can actually see those kind of things. Folks, squirrel, it's very interesting. People want to know what's going on, but they don't want to know what's going on. Has anybody ever experienced that? As a reader, as a healer, through astrology and the things that I do, it's very interesting to see people ask a whole bunch of questions about what's happening and they're curious. But then when the information comes through, they want to control the information that comes through based on how true they think it is, which is pretty natural. But more than that, when it doesn't put them in the right light, at least is what they think, they become defensive, right? You don't want to see truth. Well, the shit is on the walls, right? This is like parlaying back into what I really want to say. The shit is on the walls, right? Everybody is being found out. So I go back to that question. How was your intuitive weekend? I ask you that because I know in my heart of hearts that you have seen things in people and situations that you didn't even know existed. Like the closest people to you. Observing them and not being able to put your finger on it a year ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, and all of a sudden it's clear as motherfucking day. He's an asshole. And all you can do is laugh at that. I really want you to sit with that. How are you processing that? And the biggest reason why I'm asking is because we can't get rid of everybody in our lives. We cannot be like a loner, a miser. This shirt is bothering me. Good God. We cannot be like a loner or a miser sitting in our corner with our arms crossed, wondering who likes you, who doesn't like you. But beside that, maybe you don't care. Maybe you're sitting there with your arms crossed because you have an attitude that not everybody is complying with what it is that you feel should go on in your life. Everybody is going to be who they are. And there are going to be some assholes that live in your house or that are your friends. So the real question is when our intuition is flourishing and opening in the way that it is, how are you going to navigate that piece? How are you going to say what you need to say, be who you need to be, and still allow others to be who you are? That is a crazy, crazy equation when it comes to boundaries. Because we have to set them, right? But at the same time, we got to live on the planet. How does that work? I want y'all to sit with that, please. Meditate with that, all right? Pray on that if you must. Okay, we are in Cancer season, as y'all already know. I'm repping New York City today. Just want y'all to know, as if shirt is falling off my shoulders. Good God, I can't take it sometimes. I'm trying to be sexy, ow, boom, but it's falling off. Okay, so here's the deal. That was a squirrel moment. Thank you very much. Back to the situation at hand. This is the deal. We're in Cancer season. Everything is watery. Everything is coming to light. It's about to hit this North Node. Okay, I was just explaining on IG just now is that this week is like the drum roll feel. The drum roll feel. Like all of a sudden you feel like a little quake that's going on in your body. Why? Because first of all, your intuition is blown wide the fuck open, right? You can see people, smell people, see everything in your dreams. You're like, what the heck is going on? Here comes the drum roll. Underneath your feet, like prepping you for what? For massive change that's about to happen with these two eclipses that are coming in July. But at the same time the eclipses are going down, we have Mercury retrograde hitting on my solar return on July 7th, staying for approximately 3 weeks. That's gonna feel like a goddamn merry-go-round going backwards, and then you want to jump off but you can't just yet. It's gonna be crazy, so hold your hat. The point of the matter is that this drum roll feel, this intuitive connection that we are holding on to right now is necessary because it's making us extremely in touch, in tune, and keened into not only who we are, but again, how we want to respond and how we want to put these boundaries up, right? Here's the other piece of the puzzle that you may or may not know is going to affect the whole domino spread as you hit that first domino. Mercury in Leo on Wednesday. Why? Let me slow down. Why? Because first of all, let me break it down like this. Mercury has to deal with communication. It's how we process information, right? It's how we communicate with one another. It's our decision-making tool. So, even it doesn't depend what sign you are. But when Mercury goes into Leo, we are being given the opportunity, right, to stand firm in our decisions. Why? Because Leo energy is stubborn, right? It's dramatic, right? It's purposeful. It's extremely gregarious. It's out there. So our decisions and how we communicate may come off very, very bossy, extremely brilliant and creative, but bossy nonetheless. And the biggest part of that too is the high expectations we start to feel about ourselves and other people. Squirrel, I just want to say this. For everybody out there that's healing, that's going through what they're going through, and that's on this self-love and self-care and going to the spa and taking care of my business, girl, because I got to get my nails done. And I'm being facetious, slightly, a little shade, but I'm only mocking because what happens is that oftentimes when we slide into this Mercury Leo field and we're doing all this self-care, we're becoming very boastful and egotistical about the change and the healing that's going on inside of us and start to dismiss everyone else. Did I say that before? I don't know if I said that in my head or in another broadcast, but I don't know. But the point of the matter is I felt like a little twerk little moment because I really feel like I said that. And if I did, y'all can remind me. I'm not, crazy like that. Y'all can just say, yeah, you said that last week. But the point of the matter is this. When we start to dismiss people, it's worth repeating, right? When we start to dismiss people, we start separating ourselves from the situation at hand. We start separating ourselves and the collective healing that's happening. Yes, you need to take care of yourself. Yes, you need self-care all day long. I'm not negating that. But I want us to really give time and purpose and energy and space to everybody else that's doing it too, from a very nonchalant, kind of neutral perspective. There's no reason to think that you're better than the next because you went to this spa as opposed to your friend going to that spa. There's no reason for you to think that you're better in your self-care because you spent the whole weekend by yourself while people were out partying. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? The compare and the contrast, the competition is really, really ill. Especially when Mercury goes into Leo, because Leo loves competition. On the down fucking low, Leo loves competition. And it always strives to be better than the next. It's okay, right? But the high expectations that come with that makes ego spin the heck out. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to people as they're being vulnerable and open and really trying to do their best. Because when these eclipses happen, and you are wide open and vulnerable like that, and the next person is comparing themselves to you or whatever, it makes people go like chutes and ladders. You're on 76 or whatever. The next thing you know, you right back down to 2. You're responsible for your sister. You're responsible for your brother. You're responsible for the strangers out in the street. You are responsible for your racist neighbor who really don't get it. We're responsible for a couple of the people that was on my little line or whatever. What do you call that daggone thing? The thread or whatever last week, who wanted to comment about black children needing to be loved by black men and black women. Y'all don't want me to go there, right? Or black children needed to see black men love black women. Y'all don't want to go there, do you? Here's the deal, is that we have to be compassionate in a space in which you allow other people to heal. Doesn't that have everything to do with what I just said? Like, for real, for real. It's not a racist thing when someone prophetically, I'm about to get heated. Somebody prophetically says, this is our family. We have responsibilities within our family that have nothing to do with anybody else. Let us take care of us first while you take care of yourself over there and you do your thing, boo-boo. Those that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Everybody else that fell off, God bless you. The bottom line is this. We can't compare. We can't defend. We can't become victims. We can't say, oh, well, I'm doing this and you should do that. Oh, my God, my white privilege. I need to be able to do more. No, you don't. Stay in your lane. Do what you need to do. There will come a time, trust and believe. As we all know God, there will come a time where we can ante up, put our coins together, put our hugs together, put our muscles together, and make this world a better place. But right now, we have to take care of ourselves in the best way we know how, without shooting darts in the hearts of other people who are trying to do their very best as well. Mercury and Leo will throw you off if you're not paying attention. Trust and believe. And then the contrary thing to that is that Leo is so generous. So how do you create boundaries being so open and generous like the ruler of Leo, the sun, without trying to get it all on you? Pay attention. Be compassionate. Watch what you say. Look at people and their body language. Check for their tears. Check your own language. You understand what I'm trying to say? Stay home if you don't have a good thing to say. Like, honestly, be kind to yourself and be kind to one another. This is an interesting time. And it's only going to get that much more wide open, available, exposed is the better word, as the weeks and the months go on. Eclipses do not care, especially when it's hitting close to the north and the south node, like damaging and destroying all your comfort zones and pushing you to the purpose in which you belong, like the purpose, the north node, and where you're supposed to be at this moment. There's no games being played. And the kinder we are to ourselves and each other, the faster, the more efficient you can get to where you're going. So take all that with love, all right? And know that as the coming weeks are emerging, or I should say processing and coming up on the horizon, that you are doing the very best that you can do. That's all. That's really all I really want to say, because I probably can go on and talk about a whole lot more, but we're going to stop right there. Believe in what it is that you hear in your heart and your mind and your soul. Don't run away from your intuitive prowess. It will help you in the end. Trust and believe. If you don't know yourself, what the hell? How are you going to change? If you can't see your flaws, what the hell? How you going to be? All right? I'll talk to you soon. Please share and enjoy. Take care.